In this episode of Xbox Exhibition, we complete the Bromley hunting trilogy and see if we can cross off some Xbox 360 games from the curated collection list. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Command and Console. My name is Jason. Today we are adding things to Xbox Exhibition and crossing off some games off of the curated collection. We went to Bromley, had a look at their stuff, picked up a few titles and some other titles that were not on the curated list, but I thought I wanted that game anyway. Without further ado, let's head over to the footage and see what they had in store for us at Bromley. So we are at the Bromley CEX Store and looking at their selection of Xbox 360 games. I came across this, which I don't really see very often, a big box version of Assassin's Creed 3. Not a title I really care about picking up whatsoever, but it's quite fun to find these kind of interesting editions of games when you're hunting in the wild for, games you're actually looking for. It's fun to see those editions around in CEX these days. Condemned 2 there, that's the game I'm thinking of getting down the line because both the Condemned games are really fun and I think they're really good kind of first-person horror games that are pretty decent. Guns N' Siege 3, a pretty underrated sequel in the franchise. Is actually a very, very fun action RPG in my opinion. The game that has been eluding me in the wild for a while, Fear. It's recently been added to the Xbox backwards compatibility program, so I think everyone and their nan is picking that one up for their collections. Another game on our curated collection list, Left 4 Dead, probably the most famous multiplayer shooter in terms of co-op, alongside its sequel Left 4 Dead 2. Not sure which one I prefer, but they're definitely two on the list and they're definitely two that may be considered picking up. Here's another title on our list, Shadows of the Damned, a game that I found was exceptionally well made and really fun, very much like Resident Evil 4, but it's got that kind of grindhouse kind of idea to it. Star Ocean, the version we picked up recently, but it's got a nice slip cover on it, which I'm a bit sad that I don't have. Might have to hunt that down in the future. Two Worlds 2, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, it improves on the original immensely, but it's definitely a title I need to pick up down the road. That is for definite. So yes, as you can see, they had a quite healthy selection in Bromley's CEX for Xbox 360 stuff, and I've only got a little handful of titles here that I picked up that I kind of were happy to grab in good enough condition for me. So let's kick this off with the first title I picked up, and that was Left 4 Dead. I ended up settling for the Game of the Year edition only because I liked the kind of foil kind of front cover there, that's cool. Yeah, this game is a staple for co-op gameplay for me. Me and my friends would play this for hours and hours together, trying to get through to the next level and survive the zombie horde. Complete inbox as well, fantastic. Yeah, really happy about that. Left 4 Dead, an iconic title in the 360 catalogue, and it had to be on the list, and now we can cross it off the list. So yeah, Left 4 Dead. Next up is a game that has always allured me. As soon as it became available on Xbox backwards compatibility, it has been a game that I've not seen for a while. To finally find this in the Bromley store, it was a no-brainer. I had to pick it up. It is on the list as well. It's one of the greatest first-person shooters ever made in my opinion, and it is Fear. This game is still unbelievably satisfying to play. The slow-mo kills, the brutal violence, and the horror in there is enough there to really make you
shit your pants.
Yeah, this game is absolutely great. It really holds up today as well. I got this complete inbox, which is always awesome to see. Yeah, I had to grab it immediately. As soon as, like I said, as soon as this was announced for Xbox Series X backwards compatibility, I think people are just snapping them up now because they know they can play it on the new console with some kind of frame rate boost and such like that. But yeah, as soon as I saw it, I had to grab it. It's one of the greatest first-person shooters ever made. I don't think they've really aced that FPS action with the horror stuff as as good as this. I think this has been the best that they've kind of combined those two genres together. Instant action, terrifying horror, fear. I think it's one of the best of its kind, and yeah, glad to get it in the Xbox 360 collection. Next up is a game that I played just religiously and was just constantly trying to defeat this game for all its wonderful puzzle levels. This game is one of the greatest puzzle games of all time, in my opinion. It's on the list. It's now going to be crossed off the list, and that is Portal 2. The best part about this game's funny. It is one of those rare games where it made me laugh from start to finish. So much fun. It's so much fun. The characters are lovable and charming, but it's when you solve that massive puzzle in one of the rooms in this, you feel like an absolute, you know, genius. You feel like Big Brain McGee. It's so much satisfying. Got this complete in box as always. Portal 2 is one of my favourite puzzle games of all time. And yeah, everyone needs to play it. If you've not played Portal 2 or the first Portal, if you want an interesting puzzler that will make you rack your brain to figure out the solution, this is a great one. And when you do achieve those bigger puzzles towards the end of the game, you feel like an absolute badass. But yeah, Portal 2 is amazing, and I'm glad that we can cross it off the Xbox Curated Collection list. The final game is not on the list, but my gosh, it should damn well be. A game I don't see very often on the 360. I see it all the time on PS2, but the 360 version is the one I wanted to get. It is the Rockstar game nobody really talks about, and it's not forgotten, but it's kind of like in that weird thing where it's just like it's either GTA or Red Dead, and this is neither of those, so people forget this exists. I'm talking about Bully. Mate, this game is so good. Nobody really talks about it unless they want to talk about Rockstar in other ways. They might bring it up here and there, but no one really goes in depth on this game, and it's so much fun. You're this just school kid. You've been sent to this school and you're just wreaking havoc in this school, and it's just so much fun. But just like GTA, this didn't come without its controversies. People were trying to say this glorifies bullying. I don't know about that, but yeah, I don't think Rockstar will ever give us a sequel to this because of those kind of controversies there. But yeah, Bully is such a great game. Really happy to find this on physical, because I don't think I see this very often, if at all, on the 360. So yeah, Bully, complete in box. Had to get it for the collection. It's not on my created collection list, but my word, should it have been, because this is amazing. That's Bully. So that's it. That is our pickups for today's Xbox exhibition. Let me know what your thoughts on all of these games in the comments down below. And as always, guys, let's continue to build a games collection.